our minds. So let's change our minds. Let's actively participate, and let's remember that we are not here to be a bystander. We are here to be the creator from a place of alignment and from a place of awareness. So let's see what Xina has to say about all this. And once again, I thank you for being here on short notice. You guys are the bomb. Let's see what he says. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. And what a joy. What a joy to see beings choosing peace, to see beings choosing love is an absolute joy. When you could be doing anything else right now, you chose to be here. You chose to show up for love and for peace. What else could be more important? What else? We ask you. And at the same time, we celebrate you. Dear loves, these are very, very charged times in your earth plane. Very charged times. You have been seeing the escalation of energies now for many years. You have been witnessing immense change, and all of it is important. Why? Because you are creating it. And if you don't get in alignment with love, you are creating from not love. And this is important for you to remember at all times. In the XA Collective, as this one has named it, we discuss an energy each month that is of focus or that would be of benefit for you to focus on. This month, we have been focusing on congruence. Why is this important? And we asked this one to transmit this to the whole community because it is important for all of you to get on track if it so resonates with you. The energy of congruence is important because as energies continue to escalate and conflict continues to show up in the world, you need to be sure of who you are. You need to be clear of who you are, and you need to show up in the world as that if you want to have a positive effect in the world. We don't use the word need lightly because you have free will and you can choose at all times how you want to show up in the world. With this said, if you want to have a positive effect on what is taking place, then we use the word to express urgency, not requirement. There are no requirements here, none, because this is your creation for your evolution. No one can dictate what that needs to look like. So if you want to continue gallivanting through the world and being disconnected from your source, then that is a valid choice and a valuable one. But if you decide that it is time for you to up level your game and to show up at a new frequency, then we say, why not start today? What is happening at this moment with the involvement of the United States in the Middle East is another statement. It's another statement of the inner conflict that all humans express and live through by feeding the split mind. That is what is happening. So the energy of congruence is very important because that is, in effect, the healing of the split mind. If you don't work on that, you're going to continue to see what is happening in the world. So that involvement is a statement of conflict. We don't condemn what is happening. We don't support it. We observe it. And what we are transmitting today is our observation. It is not law, and it is not a demand on our part. It is simply observation to plant a seed in you humans so that you decide what to do with it, if anything. That involvement is a statement of conflict. Again, we don't say, should it have happened or not? It obviously did, so it needed to. Now, what can you do to counter the escalating energies of conflict and negativity? Work on yourself. On yourself. The continuous split mind and the continuous support of the split mind continues to create friction in the reality that you see seemingly in the physical world. So, dear loves, we're going to ask you one more time with resolution, with resolve, and with urgency to please meditate and calm your minds if you want to be part of the solution. And if you are here today listening to our words, especially those that showed up live, no matter what time it is in your zone, then you are willing and hopeful for world peace, willing to create it and hopeful for it to be true. So, dear loves, meditate and calm your minds, because that constant conflict in your minds, should I eat that candy? Should I not? Should I go for a walk today or should I not? Should I beat up my neighbor or should I not? Should I hate my job or should I not? That back and forth is a very exhausting practice, and it wears you out. So you become less effective. So why not use every bit of energy that is available to you to align yourselves and channel that towards what you do want to see? So what is the first step? Well, those of you that have worked with us on Breaking Free know this, and we're going to say it again. It all begins with radical acceptance. Now, that does not mean that you do not want your life or the world to be different. That means that you understand that it's already being created, that you understand that it is already an effect, a product, and that the product as is cannot be changed. What can be changed is how you're going to show up for the next round so that the next round looks different. That is what we are here to transmit today. It is the urgency of you calming your minds, because your minds are going and going and going and created so much static that it is difficult for you to understand your guidance and to hear it. And after you do the meditation and calm your minds, practice radical acceptance of what is. So how do you do that? You do that by removing judgment of what is. All of you have an opinion. And guess what? Your opinions are judgments. And you don't stop at your opinion. You then want to impose your opinion on others. And you become enraged if others don't see the world as you do. Haven't you learned, humans, haven't you learned what happened with your Earth with the COVID pandemic? Haven't you learned about divisiveness? Well, you got vaccinated, so you're an idiot, and you didn't get vaccinated, so you are an idiot too. Yes, you can have your views of the world. You are going to, you're here to experience. But separating yourselves from others because they don't see the world as you do causes the fracture that you are seeing in the world. How about you have your principles, you have your way of experiencing the world, and at the same time, you allow yourself to love your brothers and sisters that do not see the world like you. What a concept! What a concept. Humans like to categorize, they like to label and separate. It's this silo is my friends from work, this silo is my colleagues that I'm not really friends with, this silo is my pickleball group, this silo, and this silo, and this silo, and this silo. We understand that labeling and categorizing helps your brain process information. But if you have been working with us for many years, we have been trying ad nauseum and beyond the possibility of exhaustion to get you to move from the analytical mind to the heart. A very powerful connection to source, that is. So rather than thinking and thinking and thinking, we are urging you to feel, dear loves, to feel. And to stop separating us versus them. We understand that there is unloving behavior in the world. Well, that comes from all that chatter and the split mind. May we repeat ourselves. We understand that there is conflict and aggression and violence. We are not saying you condone it. That's not what we are saying. We are saying you stop feeding it. You stop feeding it by stopping feeding separation, by addressing the split mind, by calming the static within you, by removing judgment from yourself and from everything you see and you do. That's where it begins. So, dear loves, as this one was saying, at any given time, there is always the possibility and the brink of war on your planet. Always, always. It is always there. The possibility is always there, just as the possibility of peace is always there. This is a world of duality that you have created to experience yourselves. So it is always there. What is it that you want to focus on? Make up your minds. The back and forth is not only not beneficial, but it is actually detrimental. That back and forth, if you think of back and forth motion, creates stagnation, really. It's not really motion, because what it does is create a deeper and deeper hole. And that's where you find yourselves at right now. It is in a deep hole. We don't say this to scare you. Your governments, as we say often, are in charge of that department. We are here to bring awareness to you so that you choose differently. Again, we don't say support the aggression, support the conflict. We're not saying that. We say clarify your minds so that you understand how you are a part of what is happening and how you can focus on love instead. And love doesn't always look like saying yes. We repeat ourselves here, we know it, but it is necessary. Saying no is a valid and very oftentimes a love filled answer. So it is not about acquiescing, it is not about going with what's negative. That's not it. It's about choosing love constantly and consistently in your lives. It is about saying no when no is needed. It is about saying yes when it feels right. It is about aligning yourself with your center so that every word you speak comes from a centered place, so that every action that follows is balanced, and so that you feel that balance within you and feed it to the collective. So again, this is not about fear. It is actually quite the contrary. It is about choosing love. It is about choosing peace. And it is about being aware at all times that that peace begins with you. So now that this conflict has been exacerbated, it is time for you to double down on your practice of forgiveness, your practice of love, your practice of peace. That's how important it is. It is a very important time for you to stay centered and not go down the energy vortex of despair and fear. Why is it so important at this time? Because that's where many beings find themselves. Anger is a form of fear, and it is the ego's bodyguard. You see anger and rage right now in the world running rampant. So, what that does is it creates this vortex that brings everything that is in alignment with it down. If you think of that motion of a tornado, it brings things down. Maybe like, well, we're going to be a little bit graphic here so that you understand it. When you flush your toilet, that's the energy we're talking about, toroidal energy, but it is going downward. If you take a step back and you don't allow yourself to go down that energy vortex, you become a pillar. You become a pillar. And that is what we want to ask you today to become. Again, we'll repeat ourselves by calming your mind, by removing judgment, and by choosing peace. You take a step back from that energy, you observe it, you don't judge it, and you say, I am not in alignment with that. That's different than that is so wrong, and that one's a jerk, and that is stupid, and how could this president choose to do that, and why is it that that other prime minister is doing what it's doing, etc. Rather than attacking and becoming part of the problem, you choose to take a step back, become aware, and choose differently. I do not align with that energy. So right now, how can I, in this present moment, choose differently so that I may be part of the solution? How can I be part of the solution? Actively, you can do this in every present moment, dear beings. Every present moment you can choose. What are you going to choose? So, with this said, we're going to ask you to calm your minds right now with us, to envision peace in the world. So, if you are willing to join us in this effort to magnify the peace in your hearts, we ask you to please set your feet on the floor if you are able to, or the ground. If you are able to, please take your shoes off and connect with all that is through the energy of the earth. And if you are able to, because you may be driving, you may be doing other things, but if you are able to, stop what you are doing and close your eyes and feel the beating of our collective hearts. Connect to that beating. Feel it. Enjoy it. It is the rhythm of life. And consciously choose to empty out your mind of the daily lists of things to do, things to blame yourself for, things to feel guilty for, and just be. Become aware of the rhythm of your breathing and consciously slow it down, exhaling for longer than you inhale. And in this new space of calmed awareness, see the light in your hearts. And envision that light coming out of your hearts and covering the entire planet with it. You can choose what color you want that light to be, because this is your creation. Envelope the entire planet with love and peace. Continue to envision this with a sense of accomplishment. For there are no neutral thoughts, and all you do, think, and say has an effect on the world. And right now, you are covering the world with peace and harmony. As you are doing this, we want you to envision around the world all the negative energies that are fueling conflict, all the disagreements, the power plays, the judgments, the hatred. We want you to connect with it simply to return to source in the form of light. So envision these negative energies coming all together in a ball of darkness, in a ball of dark energy. And envision it without judgment. Just know that all this dark energy is there for your growth and your evolution. It is there to help you learn via contrast. It is a catalyst. It is a valid one, and it is a valuable one. So at this moment, go ahead and thank those energies for their service. For without them, you wouldn't know what love is. For without them, you wouldn't know what peace is. And without them, you wouldn't understand what light is. Now, with your gratitude and with your understanding, you're going to see that ball of dark energy starting to transmute to light. It is alchemy, it is changing. Its structure is changing to light. It is bright, it is beautiful, and you feel it. You feel its warmth, you feel the transformation, and you feel the hopeful expectation and excitement in the world without those negative energies. Now you're going to see that ball transformed into a column of energy going up into the cosmos, the universe, the vast wide space that is. See it illuminating everything. And feel the calm in your hearts for having brought that peace to earth. You see the column dissipating as all the energy has lifted, and you bring back your awareness to your own hearts. Now, in this exact moment, you transmuted lower frequency energies to light. At any given moment, all beings are creating. We want you to understand this. At all given moments, all consciousness is creating the present moment simultaneously. So understand the importance of presence, of you being here and now, and choosing love and peace and light here and now. As beings around the world, choose love and choose light. They become more powerful than anything else or anyone else that is not choosing such frequencies. So understand and know it to the deepest part of your senses and yourselves, how important it is that you stay aligned, and that if you become off center, that you choose again. You are the solution. The human beings that have chosen awakening in this incarnation are the answer. They are the key to ascension. Do not give up, we say. Feel it in your deepest core that you are the answer. When the world shows you differently, come back to yourselves, come back to your center, and choose again. There is always time and space to choose again. Remove blame, remove finger pointing, and come back to this place this place of all knowingness, this place of balance, this place of peace. Since you have transmuted all that energy, and right now all there is peace in your reality, in your space, in your moment, go ahead and enjoy that and envision the energies of love and light and peace circling around the earth, connecting every loving being. Every being that is choosing love at this moment is connected with you, whether you know it or not, whether they know it or not. See that connection happening through lights of all different colors, creating this beautiful canvas of diversity, of light, and of love. All these beautiful expressions of all that is, all unique expressions of all that is coming together to remove all boundaries and all separation. See it happening and make the choice right now for peace. And wherever you are right now, go ahead. We invite you. State out loud. Peace begins with me. Go ahead and state it one more time out loud. Peace begins with me. Now let's say it louder and with more conviction. Peace begins
Begin
with me.
with me.
Yes, it does. Amen. May peace continue to be the guiding force in your life. May peace be that which you choose in every present moment. May your inner peace continue to cover the earth. And as soon as you lose it, may you choose time and time again to come back to it. May it be so, it is so, and so it is. And dear loves, gently, when you are ready, go ahead and open your eyes. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. I am not Xina. I am consciousness, as are you. You are not beings. You are not what you think you are. You are not separate. You are consciousness, pointed, focused in a particular way for you to have experiences on earth. You are the captain of your ships. You decide how your lives go. You decide if you want to be part of the chaos or if you want to bring order to that chaos. It is all up to you. Times, dear loves, for many beings are going to get much harder than they have been. We want you to know this. Why? Not to go down with that energy vortex that we discussed, but for you to choose differently, for you to refuse to succumb to fear and decide actively at all times to choose love. Times are getting harder because it is via these energies that humans will choose ascension or not. Are you ready? My name is Xina Allen, and I am here for you. I am here for you. We will continue to be here with you as times continue to get tougher, so that you continue to have a beautiful, wonderful, peaceful, and loving experience, so that you may continue to shine the light to others, so that you may continue to be of encouragement to others, so that you continue to change your mind and help others change their mind. My name is Xina Allen, and I am here with you to help you emancipate your minds and finally break free. It is with the love and the light of the one infinite creator that we set you free to go choose whatever is in alignment with you. We will speak again at another time. All right, guys. Wow, it's beautiful to open my eyes and see so many people here choosing love. It is indeed a very charged time, you guys. And it is important for us to not succumb to fear. So I invite you to stay aware, but please do not go down with that energy vortex. Do not overindulge in news, in fear, and so on and so forth. What is happening is very real at this level. This is a reality. It is an illusion, but it is real at this level. And we have the responsibility to be part of the solution because we chose to awaken at this time. So when you're out and about and people are speaking of fear, be the light. Be the courageous one, be the brave one to bring light to the subject. This is why congruence is so important. So important. Show up congruent in every aspect of your life. And when people are talking of gloom and doom, you go ahead and shine your light with detachment to the outcome, not wanting to change anybody's mind but your own. Because if you are part of a conversation that is negative, it is showing you what negativity you have in you. So that is the task. It is changing your own mind. I learned that when I completed my mission last year, that was it, changing my mind. And I have learned through my own experience how important that is. So let's change our minds. I'm going to read the chat because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so somebody is saying, Carol, if you take questions, I'm curious if this war is about portals in Israel. I've always wondered this and thought I learned this somewhere. Maybe a 3D question, but it would make more sense. I'm going to go ahead and bring Xina in and see what he has to say about portals in Israel. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. This war is about power struggle. That's what this is about. We are not discarding that there are portals in Israel. We're not discarding it. There are. But then again, dear loves, there are portals everywhere on your planet. Portals are something that you open and you close with your consciousness. So they are fluid. They are everywhere. And you are in charge of them. This is why your mind is so important. You can open them and you can close them at will. But if your mind is untrained and you do not know, if your mind is ignorant and it is untrained, it is a wild bronco bucking and kicking and stampeding anything on its way. So this is why mind training is so important, because what you are seeing is a struggle of the minds. It's that internal conflict. And it is about domination.
Thank you.
That's
This
what this
domination.
is about. There are some peeps, as this one says, that are unmuted. We request that you please mute yourselves so that we can continue our transmission. And we thank you. So, dear loves, that's what this is about. It is about world domination. And it is about power. We want you to understand that the powers that be at your planet are getting desperate. That's what is happening here. They are getting desperate because more and more of you are awakening to love and love's presence. If more of you awaken to who you really are, you will be unstoppable. And that's not wanted. So, more and more beings in power or things in power are going to want to keep you afraid. So, portals are everywhere. They are created by you, and the choice of fear or not fear is yours. So, what are you going to decide? My name is Xina, and we will speak again.